Hi, welcome to Ski Forever Yoga. I'm Carl. Thanks for joining me. This is an off-season ski training yoga session, but it's also great for all of the other stuff you're working on: running, cycling, climbing, playing golf. This is going to help. We're going to focus on improving ankle mobility, strengthening our glutes and our core, which is of course important in power and stability in the turns, opening up the quads and the hips. That'll give us better posture in our ski stance and more endurance, and of course balance, which helps with terrain adaptability and control. So let's get started on all fours in cat-cow. Hands below the shoulders, knees below the hips, weight on the tops of the feet, flat back, and breathe in for cow. Rotating from the tailbone, looking up a little. Exhale for the cat. Gently opening up that spine. Initiating with the tailbone, one vertebrae at a time. Cow. Cat. Empty all that air out. Nice big inhale through the nose. Exhale for the cat. Flat back, and let's look to the left foot, opening up the right side. Flat back, look to the right. Keeping some weight on the tops of the feet so that it's not all on the knees. Once more to the left. And once more to the right. And now we're going to come into Malasana Yogi Squat. Feet on a 45 at the edges of your mat. I'll give it to you this way. And you're opening up the thighs with the elbows on each side of the inner thighs, but below the knees. You'll feel this one. It's a great way to open up the groin area, give you more reach and stability in your turns. If you want, you can open to one side and the other side. If you want a little assistance, you can sit on a block. Remember, the blocks are your friends. They bring the floor closer to you. And we can go up and down in the squat, up and down, flat back, back down. We'll hang here for just a little bit. Once again, opening up with the elbows. We'll plant the hands and we'll roll it all the way back up. Breathing in mountain pose. And let's do our crescent lunge. Right foot forward, left foot back. You're on railroad tracks for balance. Hips and abdomen straight up and down. You don't want to be leaning too far forward or too far back. And crescent lunge. Or high lunge. We can add some motion into this. In addition to the stretch, this helps build strength while it's opening up the left hip flexor. Don't let the knee go too far forward. The movement is in the back body. And We'll swing around to catch the other side. Crescent lunge, weight on the balls of the back foot, left foot's forward, knee over the ankle, abs tucked, hips are facing straight forward, and we're into our crescent lunge. We'll add some movement. Opening that hip flexor. And that's a nice crescent lunge. From here, back up into mountain pose. And we're going to do chair pose. Sitting back on that chair, abs are tucked. You can see your toes, a little bit of the weight in the heels. Arms can be up, they can be forward, they can be on your hips. Prayer pose, find what works best for you. And up and down. Once again, movements in the back. Knees are not coming too far forward. Up from chair position. Now for some balancing moves. At least we'll do a good warrior 3. This is going to help you once again in terrain adaptability. When the ground's moving under your feet, you gotta be able to roll with it. For your warrior 3, we're in that high lunge pose, if you will. We're going to load the front foot, in this case the right front foot. Use your toe for balance, and you're lifting up to a 180. And breathing. Find that spot on the floor. Focus on it. If that's a little bit too much, you can do it with that toe on the ground. You'll still feel it in here, and you're still getting a good start on the balance. And then just lift it up to the level of your comfort. But you're aiming for roughly 180 if you can. And we'll bring it back down. Other side. Left foot forward. Load up the weight on the left. Toes for balance in the back on the right. And shift the weight forward. Once again, if you want, you can be keeping some balance there, or just bring it up a little bit. But you can feel that balance, shaking in the ankles, building strength. And we'll come back down. Back down onto our mat. We're going to go into plank position. And from plank position, we're going to do side plank. You want to put your left hand in the center. You can do this with your left knee and back leg facing back, and that's a side plank. Opening up the side, taking some weight with this foot, breathing. If you want a little bit more, loading up that left shoulder, and still more. Side plank. And back down. I'll give you the other side. Once again, you can do it with that leg here. knee at a 90 across your body with weight on the knee and on the top of the foot, right here. Hand up, and that's your side plank. Or you're lifting from the hips up, opening up that side, or opening up the whole pose. Feel that in the hips. And back down to plank. From here, we're going to go into pigeon pose. You can do that on your front with your knee underneath you. I prefer to do it as a figure 4. Just sensitive about the knees. Bend the right, on your back, bend the right knee. It comes over the left thigh, below the knee. Reach into the gap, and you're going to pull that left leg forward, towards yourself at least. And the right elbow pushes out on the right leg. So you're opening up that right glute. You can straighten out the leg, pull it back more, and get a little bit into the hamstring on the left. Keeping the toes bent, facing the knee to protect the knee. Likewise up here, you can go up and down with that one, but it's great to have the toes facing the knees in a lot of these poses to protect the knees. And feet on the mat, left leg bent over the right thigh, toes facing the knee, reach into the gap, gently pull that right leg towards your chest while your left elbow pushes the inner left thigh. Raise the leg if you want. You can come in or stay down here, back nice and flat on the ground. Opening up that left glute. And leg comes back down, feet on the floor. We're going to put the left leg over the right thigh, and we're going to do a twist, dropping the knees to the left. The left leg can open up that right hip and thigh a little bit more, gives you a little extra opening, or you can keep it this way if you wish. This will open it up a little bit more for you. We'll rotate back up, feet on the floor, right leg over the left thigh, dropping down to the right, opening up that hip. Nice reclining twist. Slowing down the breathing a little. Taking stock of how your body feels after this routine. Thinking how keeping your training up over the course of the off season will make sure you're ready to go when you get back on the snow. Pull the knees in. Some breathing, and we'll roll up into easy seat. A few big deep breaths. Good time to close your eyes and visualize some of those runs. Your favorite powder run of the season. A great bump run. Some sweet carved turns. No matter how much skiing you do or what level you ski at, we all feel the sensation. But you've got to be prepared for it so you can perform your best and have as much fun as possible. Thanks very much for joining me on your mat. I'm Carl. This is Ski Forever Yoga. Look forward to joining you again soon. Thank you.